Hi, this is a reading here for Leigh on September the 6th, 2017. And I'm just looking for relationships for you for the moment. And and I just get this strong feeling at the moment that I feel like, as if to say, you've got to start opening up and communicating your thoughts a little bit. It's like I feel like sometimes I'm holding my thoughts and feelings back, and I get this strong urge now I need to start opening up. And I feel like the more I can do that, then the better it is for me, and also better it is for sort of connecting with relationships. So the need to communication now is coming out very, very strong. And it just feels though sometimes I feel as though I've even got to say things that I feel as though I don't want to say. And when I say don't want to say, I don't mean like as if to say, oh, I don't want to say that bad thing because it might come across negative. No, I mean you might not want to say things that are in here that you don't want to say. You want to hold back. Oh no, I don't want to talk about that. I'd rather shy away from it. And I feel as though this is what you've got to start doing. And I feel as though the more you can do that, then the better it is for you. So you need to start trying and get that out a little bit. I'm also seeing here, I'm not sure whether this is on your side or your partner's side, but there's sometimes this feeling of not trusting. And I don't feel so as if to say whether it's your side or the other side. I don't feel so take it personally. I just feel so it's just we don't trust. It doesn't matter if we were the next person, the most beautiful person in the world, still wouldn't trust. So I feel like we've got to all overcome trust fears. But I just feel so bit by bit we will get there. And I feel also sometimes you can be a bit cold of emotions, sometimes a bit within yourself. This is nothing negative about you. This is just you being who you are. So sometimes it's difficult for you to express thoughts and feelings. But I get the feeling the person next to you isn't always bothered about that. I feel like to a point they do accept that with you. So I don't think it's anything that you've got to worry about. But it just feels though you've got to accept yourself for who you are. They've got to accept themselves for who they are. And then as we come together, I feel so it's fine. And I feel as we do this, it's like we start to get where we really need to be in life. But I do feel as though now, whatever it is you're wanting for in life, you've got to start pushing things forward a little bit. So to do with relationships, you need to push it forward a little bit now. Sometimes it's like you're not quite in the driving seat. And I feel so you need to start focusing on what you want a little bit, and don't be frightened to push things forward. Don't hold back. Because I feel like sometimes there's a lot of stuff going on around you that you're not quite saying or doing, and it's holding everything back. Now, as we start to move forward, I see either living together or marriage, and I feel as though that's fine. I don't get anything negative there. And I just feel as though really now what you need now is a good career. And then I feel as though as you get that, then that really starts to build things up around you. There's some kind of issue here to do with family. And I just feel as though we need to start discussing things now about what's going on to do with family matters. And I feel as we do that, then we start to realise what we need to be doing. There is a lot of positivity coming around you now to do with relationships. It's like everything's looking good. Everything's heading in the right direction. And I just feel as though now I've just got to be true to my thoughts. And I feel as though as I do that, everything should be fine. So I just need to start really settling down now and doing what's best for me. So, and I just feel as though, yes, but you are coming out here as more empowered than what you give yourself credit for. You're coming out here as the emperor. So this is saying, look, you've got a real strength of character around you. So do focus on your goals now. Do start being the man of the house. And when I say a man of the house, I'm not meaning it in a bullish way, but I mean start sort of saying, right, I'm supposed to be the man of the house now, so I'm going to act like it now, and I'm going to start making things happen for the future. So be that empowered person. And I feel so that will be in the step in the right direction for everybody. So it's not about being controlling, it's not about sort of overdoing things, but it's about sort of saying, right, okay, I'm going to go out there now, I'm going to earn the money, I'm going to make sure this is done, that's done, and I feel so as I do that, everything will be fine. So it's about you taking control in the right way, but not in a controlling way, because I feel as though the woman sitting next to you, She doesn't want a controlling man. I feel so she's been there before, doesn't want it. So if you go down that path, you've got no chance. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're going to do that. I'm just saying don't do it. But go in and be the man of the house. That's what she wants. And I feel as though that'd be a good thing. So that's you being the person you should be, making things happen, creating a future, creating stability, creating security. That's what she's wanting. She's wanting that. And I feel like, she's not expecting you to be, this amazing person just, to go out there and bring home the money, put the money on the table, and put the food in the cupboards, make sure the electric's paid for. And, I'm not saying like you've got to do it all, but that's what she's looking for. I think basically what I'm saying is, yes, security. She wants security. So this is what you've got to think about now. And you've got to start to say to yourself now, am I ready now to step up and be that man she wants me to be? And I feel so as you think like that and start to put that in place, that's when things can really come together. Right, I just feel as though, I'm not really looking at health here, but I just feel as though you just got focused on your health a little bit, and I'm being drawn to your stomach area. And I just get the feeling as I start to move forward, I may want to become a little bit trimmer, a little bit fitter. So do focus on what you need to do to get that right. And I feel so that's there for you. So everything seems to be heading forward in the right way. But sometimes there's just a bit of stress and a bit of tension between you and relationships. And this what needs to be just looked at and analysed in a logical way. And I feel as though it's nothing that can't be fixed, but it's definitely something that can't be ignored. So we've got to get the balance right. And then I feel as we do that, everything seems to slot into place quite nicely. And also we need to start holding on to money, looking after money. And I feel as we do that, we'll be fine. And I just get the feeling you just need to be a bit more open now with finances, with partner. And then I feel as you do that, then everything really starts coming together quite nicely. So I'm not seeing anything negative here, but I just feel as though trust is going to be the big thing, because right in the centre of your reading here, this is your mistrust card. This is where we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing, whether it's personally, physically, mentally. It's all those little things that we don't like, and it affects us. And that's coming smack bang in the centre of the reading now. So trust has got to be there. Trust needs to be earned. Trust needs to be respected. And I'm not saying this has got to happen today or tomorrow, but it's like it's building up. And I just feel as though once we've got that sorted, then I feel as though we should be absolutely fine. So just keep doing what doing, focusing on building this trust up between the both of us. Trust goes both ways, it's not one-sided. And I feel like, we should be fine. But it's like we've just got to get these little things right, because if we don't get them right, then basically we won't be fine. And I just feel so with you don't show that love very easily. And I just feel so it's there, but I feel so once we've got this trust thrown out the way and sorted, I can see all this love coming in. And it's like, wow. But it's not there yet. Don't take it the wrong way I'm saying it. I'm not saying it isn't there, but I just know it can be so much more. And that's what you've got to think about. So I feel so that's going to be food for thought, so to speak. You have to excuse my dog here rustling about. She likes to keep me company when I'm doing my readings. Okay, let's have a look at work and career. I know I didn't really say much about relationships, as if to say what she thinks of you. I normally do that. For some reason I didn't. I think the reason why I didn't say it is you've got nothing to worry about. But I just feel as though, again, I want to go back to these trust issues. Right, career. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now career is quite interesting here because it just feels though you could be doing so much more. And sometimes you don't trust in your own abilities. And I feel like as time goes by, there is an opportunity where you could have a go at working for yourself if you're not already doing it. And I feel like I get real success here. But I feel as though you've got to start standing your ground a little bit now about what you want, where you're going, and what you're looking for out of life. So I'm not saying you've got to be the big almighty person going out there making everything happen. You know, you could just do a simple job and quit. I'm quite happy in that. And nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just that you've got to think now, what do you want? So it's all about standing your ground. So if you see this here, we sort of the battle line is drawn, and we've got to start standing as ground. And then I feel as you do that, everything starts really coming together. And I also feel as I've got opportunities of study or training, like learning new skills, bringing that into the picture. Or you could just say opportunities are coming your way generally. And I just feel as though it's good, it's exciting. I'm really feeling very positive about this. Felt very calm with relationships. It's almost like it's there, just little things got to be sorted. But career, I've got this energy building up around me. I feel like I want to go out there now and start making things happen. And I kind of want to get you a bit more fired up. You know, that you can make these things happen. But I just feel so sometimes though, I hope you don't mind me saying it like this, I feel like sometimes you've got a bit of a temper, or you can lose your temper, or you get stressed a bit easily. And I feel like if you can just rein that in a little bit, or find a way of dealing with that, I just feel so, sky's the limit for you. I'm not saying sometimes don't show your frustrations, because frustrations can be passion. Passion can lead to success. So I'm not saying don't have it. I used to get stressed when I was a chef. You know, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a negative thing. So you just need to get that in balance. But I do like it because I see it as an energy. And that energy needs to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like finding a source for it. That's it. You've got to find a source for it. When I used to get stressed out of my job as a chef, it got me adrenaline going. When it got me adrenaline going, I worked harder, faster. I worked well under pressure. Whereas when I'm, it's one busy, I just felt bored. So this is what I'm talking about with you. You've got this energy and it needs directing. And I feel like as you do that and put that energy, that source somewhere positive, it can work to your advantage. So that's good. So, I'm not sort of saying anything negative about you. In some ways it can be negative, but you've got to channel it. And you channel that energy in the right way, in the right place, it's brilliant. So is this where you need to do something for yourself? Work under your own self-esteem. You're the boss, not being under anybody. And you can channel that passion, that energy, those frustrations into that. I'm not saying it is, but there's something there. So I just feel as though it's all there, but I feel as though something's got to change because I feel like you're not happy with what you're doing. Not happy. I feel like something needs to come in. You may have a bit of a creative side, I'm not sure about that, but I feel like, again, channel it, do something with it. I also feel as though as well, get yourself sorted. There could be something to do with working overseas or for an overseas company. And that could be quite intriguing. I feel like there's money with that. So it's like there's opportunities around you. So I just get slow positive growth here where I feel as though things can change and things can move forward. But I feel as though the good period for you for be making things happen or everything's coming together is next spring. So March, April, May time. But I feel like with work, you're coming to a crossroads because this is your first card down here. Now, if you look at this here, this is what you've built up so far. So you can keep doing this and building it up some more. Or is it time to bring new things in and build that up to what this is? Or add this to this? But the thing is, there's no right, no wrong. There's no left, no right. So you've just got to do a bit of analysing. If I pick it up again, this is you pausing for thought at your life and analysing what you're doing next. And then after that, This is your choices card. So see all those cups there? They're like all the options. So it's like there's plenty of options now. There's plenty of choices. So you've just got to figure out now what's best for me. So whereas telling you in relationships now, there's got to be a bit of balance, there's got to be a bit of give and take, you've got to listen to her and stuff like that kind of thing I was kind of saying. Whereas with your career, it's more about you. What do you want? And I just feel that you've got so much more potential. There's your potential. The seed of success. So it's all there. I'm quite excited. I also feel that there's something you could be doing from home. You know, a business, an idea to cut costs. And I just feel as though it's there. So I just feel as though now you just got to get out there, see what's out there in the big wide world, communicate your thoughts and put it into action. But don't worry about things. I don't know whether you're not sleeping properly. I'm drawn to sleep patterns, whether that's now or it's coming. Keep an eye on sleep problems, because that could just affect everything as you're moving forward. But I just feel as though it's all there now. You've just got to get out there and make things happen. But you've got your Wheel of Fortune here. See, this is your good luck card. It's your destiny card. I always look at the Wheel of Fortune as a bit like the seasons of the year. The seasons of the year constantly changes. We can't have summer forever. We can't have winter forever. They change. The wheel changes. It constantly turns. So if you feel as though you've been going through a negative period, you will go back into a positive. If you've been, everything's been great, do bear in mind, things could get a bit topsy-turvy. But I just feel as though everything around you now is good. But bear in mind, this Wheel of Fortune is crossing your sorrow card where I said you're not very happy with things. So I do feel as though your Wheel of Fortune crossing that, it's saying, look, that's going to change. But I still feel as though you've got to push it forward. You can't just sit there and say, oh, I'll wait for it to come to me, as it ain't going to happen. It's like sort of sitting here, I'm going to win the lottery, but I don't buy the ticket. Or you buy the ticket, but, you know, it could be you and 10 over million people went trying to win it. I'm a big believer, you know, don't always wait things to come to me. Everybody's a dreamer of winning the lottery, but I think we've got to go out there and earn our own money. But it's nice to have dreams, isn't it? Nice to have dreams. Dreams are great, but if you really want things to happen, you're going to have to push things forward. But I'm just sort of sitting with career very calmly, but I'm also excited as well. So excited it's there, but calmly now it's about you making choices and deciding which way to go. So I'm not saying you've got to rush into this, but certainly don't ignore it. So it's all there for you. I get communication with you. It's either talking to people or there's something to do with connecting with the internet. Because again, it's in line with your self-employment. I just feel like you are so much more capable. You really, really are. I feel like life hasn't been easy for you. But sometimes I feel as though you've let it get to you too much. Don't get me wrong, life can be a bitch. It can be an absolute bitch, and then we rebound back to it and go in a negative state. But I feel like now you've got life back on its ass. In other words, don't let life beat you. You've got to turn it around. You know, it's like, what I'm trying to say, think of the most two successful people in Britain. Straight away I come up with Richard Branson and Simon Cowell. They've both been bankrupt. Look at them now. Wow. They've been beaten, but they're not giving up. And I feel like you've been beaten, but you just let it get to you a little bit. And I just feel as though don't. You've got to start standing up for yourself now and pushing those ideas forward. And it's never, never, never too late. Never. You know, my brother, he's 60, well, he's nearly 70 now, but 3 years ago he lost everything again, and now he started something new, and he's got the most successful business, but he says to himself, why didn't it happen before when he was younger to enjoy it? But now it's come at a time where he's got his pension, he hasn't got work, he gets people to work for him. So maybe it did come at the right time. Do you know what I mean? Life works in strange ways. Sometimes we doubt with the cards we're given, but we have to make the best of it. He's not struggled, my brother, but he's reaping the benefits now. But it's not come till later on in life, unfortunately. But better late than never. Don't like talking about other people, but I just feel as though I've got to give you a couple of words of wisdom, if you know what I mean. So I just feel as though it is there. It's not too late for you. But I feel like now you've got to start focusing on your health. I keep getting your health. I'm going to look at health in a bit more direct way for you in a second. But I feel like you've got to start looking after yourself a little bit. So that's quite good. Right, let's have a look at money. Oh, right, now this is quite interesting. I like it, but it's interesting. Right. You have got the potential to make money. Potential. It's not giving me an income card, but it's interesting here, you're coming out here as the King of Coins, but it's upside down. So it just feels though, you know, you could make money. You could be a millionaire if you wanted to be. But it's like sometimes you don't push yourself enough. Or you don't stand up for yourself. So I'm not saying you will be a millionaire. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. But it all depends. Sometimes to get that, we have to have a really lot of luck around us, or we have to work bloody hard. And I mean long hours. But you know, you could be comfortable. I look at being comfortable in this day and age as about £1,000 a week. I think that's what you need. To live in a nice home, have a nice car, holiday abroad every year a couple of times, a bit of money in the bank and enjoying life. But by the time you paid your taxes off that £1,000, you're not left a lot. You're only talking £600-700. And, you know, that soon can disappear when you've got like a £600 a month mortgage, and then you put your bills on that. That's like £1,000 a month, so that's £250 gone straight away just on a home. So I'm not talking massive amounts of money, but this one just saying about just being comfortable, not being rich, just comfortable. And I feel like you can achieve that. £1,000 a week for a small business isn't nothing. So you've got the potential, but sometimes you don't trust in yourself. Because again, I've got mistrust. But here, I'm looking at you don't trust in your abilities. You need to start holding on to your money a little bit more. It's like sometimes you let it slip through your fingers a little bit. And that's easier said than done. I feel like that sometimes. I don't know where bloody goes, money. Crazy living today. But when we waste money and we deliberately waste it, it's frustrating. So it just feels that there's something with you, with money, and it slips through your fingers. I don't know what it isn't telling me. But it's like money disappears. It's like pouring it down the drain. It's gone. But yeah, you've got the ability to make it. Now see, again, I just feel as though you're coming out as the emperor. It's like I feel as though you've got to start living up to your responsibilities now and being the man that you can be. And this is what I'm talking about, the emperor. That's you being the boss, the father figure, the man. And the woman sitting right next to you again as you as the emperor. And she wants you to be that man. She's not wanting you to be a millionaire. She's not wanting you to bring over £1,000 a week. But she's wanting you to be the man of the house. But again, I keep feeling I've got to say it for some reason, not being controlling. She just wants you to live up to be that. she wants you to live up to her expectations of being the man that she wants you to be. She's looking for a man of strength. She feels that you can be that, but sometimes you're not doing it. And I just hope I'm not saying things here that are winding you up, or saying things here that are going to upset you and her, because I don't want to do that. But I want you to sort of, because I'm not saying it in a negative way. The way I'm saying it, there's no malice. If there was malice, whether it would be coming out in a different way, because my reading's very calm. It's like I'm talking very calmly to you. And it's not I'm doing it on purpose. Spirit's telling me to talk calmly to you. So in other words, I want you to take it in. I want you to digest what I'm saying. And then I want you to go away and think about it and how you can implement it. So like I say, she doesn't want you to be all this and all that. She's got certain expectations of what she's looking for. She wants you to be that man. But that's the good point. It's not, she don't want anybody else. She could get somebody else if she wanted to. But she wants you to be that person. She's not saying you're going to get it right all the time. I certainly don't. But she just wants, you know what I mean? But I've got her being at your side, trying to help you to be that person. It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. Right, this is going to be intriguing now. Let's have a look at health. It's like saving the best for last. Okay. This is saying now you've got to start analysing your health. So pausing for thought at what you're doing. Do you carry on as you are as a person doing what you're doing? Or do you make changes? And it's like you've got to start standing your ground now and looking after yourself a bit better. And I just feel so you need to watch your health, because this is your stress card. This is where you're in your rest mode and you've got to look after yourself. Because if you look at the Knight there, the Knight's a strong man, but he's in his rest mode. So it's like you need to look after yourself, you need to heal, you need to rest, you need to relax, you need to look after your body. Okay. So I just feel as though, I feel like there's something here it's not telling me. I don't know why, but there's something it's not telling me. It's like it's giving me snippets, but I feel like you'll know what I'm on about, but it's not telling me. But what it is saying is you've got time on your side to turn your life around, to turn your health around. And if you look after yourself and go in that rest mode and give your body a rest and look after yourself, you will be absolutely fine. But if you don't, I feel like you could be storing up troubles for the future. Now I'm going to tell you something here, the way I work. Spirit only tell me things to do with health when it can be fixed. When it can't be fixed, they don't tell me nothing. Because I can't change whatever happens to you. I'm not God. I'm just here to guide. But it's not, I just feel there's certain things it's not telling me. But what it is saying is, you give your body a rest and look after yourself and focus on yourself a little bit. You will be fine. But if you don't, storing up troubles for the future. So now you've got my guidance there, and it's up to you of what you do with it. Also, I feel as though keep an eye on your feet a little bit. I've got your feet aching, whether that's now or that's coming in. So other than that, it's fine. So just focus on that. Right, let's see what your angels are going to say to finish it off with. I know we did say finishing off with health, but I meant in the tarot and my clairvoyance, but angels I always do last. Right, acceptance. You've got to accept yourself now for who you are and what you are, and also the people that you connect with. Don't worry so much what the purpose of your life is, just do what you feel so is right. And you need to start bringing some joy and fun into your life. Certain things you've got to deal with now and cut through all the crap and sort it all out, but don't shy away from it and brush it on the carpet. Face it all head on. And then I've got daydream here. This is just basically saying, look, if you do have any worries or concerns, go to bed in a quiet, receptive state and ask your angels to come to you to help guide you and protect you. And sometimes they'll come through in the strangest of ways. Breathe life into marriage. That is there for you. Don't worry about money. Just look after what you've got and be wise with it. There's your wishes and dreams. So whatever it is you want now, it's all there for you. You've just got to focus on it. Whatever you do want to do, go for it. You can make it happen. And then your outcome card is let your past go. Focus on the future. And I feel as you do that, everything's great. So I hope that was okay for you. If there's any questions you want to ask me in the, about the reading, I don't mind asking a few questions. But in a nutshell, that's it. So I wish you all the best. I hope everything works out for you, and you know where I am if you need a reading again. Thank you.